The next talk will be by Kimio Kuramitsu on KOGI, a seamless integration of ChatGPT into Jupyter environments for programming education. Put this down gently.
Okay. Thank you. And good morning, everyone. My name is Kimio from Japan, and these co-authors are my teaching assistant working with me. Today, I would like to talk about programming education with ChatGPT in my classroom. Okay. So, digital era is coming at last in Japan. So, more and more students want to learn programming. Not only, oh, thank you. That's okay. Not only CS majors, but also the high school students. And here, I want to just quick my introduction about my school. I'm working for the Japan Women's University. It was established in 1901, 100 years ago about. And my university opened up the computer science course about just 4 years ago. So I joined that school. But it's all students are women. But 4 years ago, when I joined my school, so only few students want to learn programming. But now, this is a picture about ICPC 2002 Japan regional competition. More than 30 students try to join such a competition. So that's so many students want to learn programming right now. And the programming environments are very important. It was first difficulty for students, but recently more easy to use tools to help people start coding, simpler for everyone to try. And this anime shows programming environment called Puppy. I presented in live workshop 2019. And more recently, I usually use Google Colab in my classroom. However, setting up the programming environment is not all difficulties for students. All students run into the errors. The error messages are very cryptic, and the solution isn't explained in the textbook. So many students stop and frustrating about error when they occur error. And more difficulty, error message in foreign language is more cryptic. So let's consider I translated in the error message into Japanese language. So they, in this situation, foreign languages are more cryptic, and many students feel she is defeated. So today's keynote speaker said Python is hard because it's only available in English. And probably the best solution for students is asking a teaching assistant in the classroom, but the number of experienced teaching assistants are limited. And if students want to asking something, but they can't easily catch the assistants to teaching assistant. Teaching assistants are always around. So I want to change these situations. So my vision is using AI to respond students' help requests timely. And it is important to note, I'm not going to replacing the instructor teaching assistant with AI, but having something to help when they are not available. Our approach is using LLM, large language model. It's based on the deep learning techniques. And actually, 3 years ago, I started to developing LLM customized for programming educations for Japanese students like this. But about last year, November in 2002, OpenAI released the ChatGPT. The ChatGPT handles various programming tasks, and so I think let's combine the ChatGPT and programming environment. So I developed KOGI. It is an integrated Jupyter environment with ChatGPT. And the merit advantage for students is students won't have to switch back and forth between 2 screens. And let's show you the demonstration of KOGI on the Google Collaboratory. Okay, to install KOGI, use pip as usual. And this is a demonstration we already installed. And to start, you need OpenAI API key. But in the classroom, students can use without OpenAPI key settings. Just call the KOGI classroom login function. They registers and secret classroom code. Students can start. And let's see how KOGI works. So here's a simple code, but errors happens. Once KOGI installed, the KOGI return to the error about this. And also KOGI helps display the variables and to fix the code for students. But sometimes students can't help this. So they asked, what should I do? And the KOGI answered connecting ChatGPT and answer the question. And they give the hint for fix for students. However, some students don't understand how to fix it. So they can ask the more direct request, to fix the code. At that time, the KOGI communicating ChatGPT. Okay, they give the fixed code for students. In addition, KOGI accepts any kind of request for programming. So here's a demonstration about students guessing what is a panda. So she asked what is a panda. So KOGI can answer that request in the context of their programming. Okay, this is a basic demonstration of KOGI. It's basically the chatbot between the students and programming environment. Next, sometimes KOGI is very useful. So they want to use directory in laboratory, on the Collabo. So they asked English or Japanese to KOGI interpret it prompt for ChatGPT, and they can pick copy and paste. and sample code is running. Also, students want to change, please change blue line to red. And KOGI detected the natural language from the code and sending the ChatGPT. Okay, you can get the advice from the ChatGPT, and you can copy and paste this code, and you can test to run. Okay, if you want to try KOGI, please contact me later. Okay, one of the most uniqueness of KOGI is it has a characterized AI. We set persona as an AI doc owned by teaching assistant in the lab, and learned teaching assistant conversation about programming. And KOGI respond a very friendly tone in Japanese. In English is not so friendly, but it's difficult for me to adjusting some tone in English. But Japanese is very friendly. And why I introduce the persona, the prior to integrating ChatGPT, we have developed the LLM originally, and our LLM performance was very poor to call it as instructor or teaching assistant. So we need something to represent encouragement of my human humor. So that's why we introduced the characters of KOGI with my students. And my student likes KOGI, and they call the KOGI-kun with some respect. And here is the system architecture of KOGI. Okay, let's see the inside KOGI. So first, the KOGI is installed from the pip server, and once KOGI installed, it's add hook to the Jupyter kernel. And you want to run some code on the browser, so Jupyter kernel execute, and if errors happens, Jupyter kernel displays a chat, creates a chatbot, and using this chatbot, you can send help request to KOGI. And once KOGI receives the help request, KOGI extract the code and errors and names and variables, values of variables from the IPython kernels, and they KOGI generates prompt to ChatGPT. Here is a prompt generation. Our design policy, students are allowed to make a short message. Instead, KOGI generate prompt for accurate output. So students just say, what should I do? And KOGI regenerate the prompt, and they said, your friend who running, they set a role such as your friend who running Python together. If you set teacher, you are teacher, it's a little bit strong tone, and it's not for KOGI, and strong. And also KOGI extract context from code, writing code and error message or variable names of something. And also KOGI includes a student's request. And finally, KOGI sets a format and tone like this. And ChatGPT return to the answer, and KOGI is directly return to the KOGI helps. current implementation, we do not filtering any response from ChatGPT, but in the future, we are planning to do some filtering for ChatGPT's output. Okay, here is a summary of KOGI implementation. So, pros is almost everyone can use KOGI without confusion. Students do not need complex prompt engineering to use KOGI. And cons, result from prompt vary every time. Providing the same content in the same class is challenging. And also, the classroom is very affected by the update from Google or OpenAI. The behavior may unexpectedly change overnight. In the morning, I want to use KOGI, but KOGI is sometimes KOGI not working. So the classroom is a little bit unscheduled. And here we would like to share my classroom experience. Starting in April, it's a Japanese starting a Japanese academic semester time, and over 150 students in our university trying KOGI out in the classroom. Mostly we use KOGI, the two courses. One is introductory programming, and another is a data science course. And also, we should note here, all classroom was non-English speaking class, and every conversation and the question and the answers, the materials are used in Japanese. Here, the first question, did AI assist well in resolving errors? Here is a student's survey. Most students answered yes. And more to analyze more details, we collect weekly feedback, and we count every feedback, including the error problems. So this is 2 years ago's feedback, and this year's feedback, and this is a error feedback ratio from students. And apparently the introducing KOGI is decrease the number of feedback from the students regarding errors. And here is a student, one of the typical student voice. And I always felt kind of bad asking the teacher over and over again. But thanks to KOGI, I could move forward my own more easily. And here is my observation. So KOGI is helping students as we intended. And students appear to maintain the high motivation to learn. Okay, let's see another analysis. So, which is easier to ask, AI or humans? So, here is a student surveys, and according to our surveys, the students tend to prefer asking AI. It seems minimal resistance. On the contrary, we watch the usage in the first week. This is the number of requests for AI, and number of help requests, and number of students. And 30% of students did not utilize the KOGI even once in the first week. It's a little bit shocking because AI is very useful for students, but every student don't use AI systems. So, but students rarely ask the AIs even to AI. It's more often than the bulletin board. And also I think I need to teaching students how to use AI with programming. So that's why the KOGI is evolving. And KOGI has updated several times during semester. Our initial focus is helping help request for error messages, and we provide a limited function to students. But so this limited functionality reduces the AI's accuracy, some kind of accuracy. So we need to improve the advice. So we decided to include the coding context as I explained. So it allows a fixed code. It's directly gets the answer, but I include the coding context and explanation of terminology APIs more correctly. And recently, this is a demonstration version, direct pre-prompting in the learn cell. So what kind of helps do students need? So as I started as I developed the KOGI, I mainly focused on the error handling. But improved KOGI can helping the many things. So they ask the terminology and they ask code. This means API is something, and they want to fix the code directly, and they sometimes say thank you for KOGI or something conversation, and this is a ratio. And easier to and we it is easier to it is easier for teachers to track students' needs in the classroom. Okay, key insight from the classroom experience. On introducing AI, the concern about the potential risk of such as student cheating or something is, oh, sorry. Okay. Overestimated. Motivation is important to avoid cheating. And the integration of AI and course materials presenting challenges. I think we can enhance the students' potential using AI, but many problems and assignments are too easy with AI. So what kind of assignments good for the students? So I would like to conclude my presentation. I would integrated Jupyter environment using ChatGPT for programming educations, and question about error is decreasing. But bigger question is remains. So it's not unclear the future of programming itself. So what should educator prioritize in teaching in the AI era? Thank you for kind attention.
Okay, so we're going to have 4 minutes for group discussion about the talk. So if you're at a table with just a few people, maybe move to one of the bigger tables, and then we'll open it up for a couple of questions. our discussions up. All right, so we've got a few minutes for questions here. Just raise your hand, and then please wait for the mic to get to you before asking your question, just so we pick up the questions.
Hello.
Yep.
So I have a question regarding the students' usage of this tool. Have you tested it with any students outside of Japan, and what responses did you get?
I'm sorry.
Have you tested the tool with any of the students outside of Japan?
No, it's only inside Japan, and so only my students, my university students, and my Japanese. I I gave this presentation in Japan several times, and many professors want to use KOGI in Japan. So I want to provide KOGI for Japanese universities for the first time. But English version is almost ready, so I just...
Sorry.
It's okay. I think almost ready to use. If you want to try it, please contact me.
The reason why I'm asking is because United States students are way more prone to cheating using AI. And I think Japanese students are, I guess, at least from the cultural stigma, more prone to following the rules that you set. So that's why I was interested to know if you actually tested with the US students, because they can get very creative with their cheating strategies.
Okay, I understand. So first time I just worry about the cheating, but cheating is a first problem, a top problem for me, and using AI properly is a first problem for me. And some students have, first time I lecture about the risk of overusing AI. So you damage your skill improvement or something. So that's why my students follows my instruction, but examination is exceptional. They use a lot.
You don't use it at the examinations?
This last semester, I allowed to use, all students use AI, and all students pass. But it's my problem, that's my problem, my problem. I believe too much.
Okay, maybe we can have the next speaker come up while the next question is being asked.
Thank you for the talk. There was some discussion on this table about the learning happening when using AI, like ChatGPT in this case. We saw in the demo that there was a point where they asked, they had a problem like drawing the line, and they just asked ChatGPT to get the code. How do you see this learning? Is this part of like providing a worked example, or is it providing like direct solution without any like reflection from the student on this? And do you, for example, see it as a divergence from the focus on error in the first place and going then to the actual getting the solution or the working code without a lot of thinking about it? Thanks.
I'm sorry, too fast. It's difficult to catch everything.
So the main point is like, how do you see this affecting the learning of the students in the classroom? The learning of the concept, the programming concepts, but also, solving a specific problem by immediately going to ChatGPT and asking, give me the solution for this problem, rather than thinking about it and trying it out.
Okay, I understand. Thank you. Thank you for asking me. I think in the AI era, concept and terminology is very important to ask the AI, and sometimes the students understand students don't understand the concept or something, so but they can get the code. But I think it is really bad things, and students also know that it's bad things and meaningless. So I believe the students, she try to understand what code is like or something from AI. It's okay?
Okay, we've got to move on for the sake of time, so let's thank the speaker again.